Alright, it's the last part. Whether it takes like 10 minutes or 30 minutes, either doesn't matter. This is going to be it. Although we do have, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4 bags to look at. All the bags all vary in size, so it's not really a good way to judge it. And I have part of this box left to go, so let's dig right in and not waste any time. We have Beyblade V-Force for GameCube. Now, I'm sure a lot of people saw the pickup video I did partway through my trip where I picked up a whole bunch of GameCube games. This one was actually a separate thing I got, and it was only like $150, and it was at one of the stores I mentioned way back a long time ago that I said had Japanese games. I mean, I guess no one likes Beyblade. I'm the only person in the universe who actually really likes Beyblade. Now, this is the Beyblade V-Force game, and I actually hated the V-Force series. I mean, hate might be a harsh word. I wasn't a huge fan of it, but I loved the original series of Beyblade and G-Revolution. They were absolutely awesome. And the Beyblade games usually are pretty fun, even though they're not very, like, long, or they don't have too much to do with them. But for $2, I was very happy to get that. And we have a few NES games here. We have Lemmings. I've never seen this game for the NES before, so I was pretty happy to get my hands on that. Let's see. All the other NES games are kind of barricaded in. Let's see what we got. Yeah, we got Skwoon. I tried this before somewhere else, and it's a pretty funky kind of shooter, and it's pretty neat. I was actually pretty surprised to come across that. Let's see if I can sort them. That. Alright. We have Gremlins 2. As you can see, I'm getting dust covers on a lot of these too, which is awesome, because I'm afraid I'm not going to have enough for all my games. We have Bible Adventures: The Black Cart. I have the blue one. This is the black variation. It wasn't very expensive, or else I wouldn't have got it just for the sake of the different color cartridge. Bases Loaded 4. It's a sports game, but it's amazing how easy this is for this game to elude people. I mean, I guess everyone was sick of Bases Loaded after the third one, so like the fourth one didn't sell as much. But I mean, I've never ever seen Bases Loaded 4 before, despite the fact that it's a sports game. So I was very happy to get my hands on that. You know, what else we got here? We have The Great Waldo Search. Now, this one has a $10 sticker on it, although I did get a deal because I bought quite a few games from this one store, because there were quite a few games here that I hadn't seen before. So that was one of them. It was kind of a bit pricey. Let's see, what else we got here? This one, we got James Bond Jr. I got that from that store. So like I said, I got a bit of a deal on the games. And this one here, we have The Best of the Best, Karate. Didn't have that one before. And also, we have Power Punch 2, which was apparently supposed to be like the sequel to like Mike Tyson's Punch-Out or something like that. But then they lost the licensing, so they just made it Power Punch 2. And then it makes no sense because there's no Power Punch 1. I don't know. I don't remember the story behind it 100%. But look it up. It's probably pretty interesting. I'm going to have to go back and read about that again myself. Anyway, there we go. So, you got that. So those are all the NES games in this box. We got Beyblade there. Got that. Alright, now we have some, if I don't drop them in the box, we have some really funky foreign stuff. Although one of these things isn't foreign. And that is Croc number 1. I have Croc 2. Everyone's always like, man, have you played the Croc games? I'm always like, no. Because I don't have the first one, and I always like to start my series with the first game. So I'm definitely going to try this out. Because I've been recommended it a lot by a lot of people. So I'm looking forward to that. Also in here is Action Man. Heck yeah. He looks pretty cool, maybe. Let's see what else we got in here. A few more weird games. We have Puzzle Star Sweep. Looks like a kind of bizarre, obscure PlayStation game. And we also have Spin Jam. I have no idea what kind of game this is. It looks like some sort of puzzle game. No idea. And then we get the funky things. That one's actually my sister. She bought some sort of soundtrack for Inuyasha. I was talking about that earlier. How she likes Inuyasha. Wonder Dog, still sealed. I ended up getting a deal on it, so I didn't end up paying $9.99, and I definitely did not pay $69.99. I don't know if it's showing up on that sticker up there. But Wonder Dog, still sealed for the Mega CD, so the Japanese Sega CD. And I thought that was really cool, so I picked that up. And one more really weird game. Sega Saturn game. It's an RPG, and man, I want to read it. But I can't really, I don't know, I can read katakana, Japanese, and the hiragana absolutely perfectly. but whenever I get in front of the camera, for some reason I always choke on it. I don't know why. But luckily, it says in English on the side, and it is Magic Knight Rayearth, and it's an RPG. It looks like a pretty funky RPG for the Sega Saturn, still sealed, so I picked it up. Looks pretty neat. And yeah, I do have a Sega Saturn Game Shark, so I can play Japanese Sega Saturn games. I even have a Japanese Sega Saturn, so I mean it's not really an issue anyway. Let's see, I have a few big box PlayStation 1 games in here. We have International Track and Field. You know, all these things would be great if they could stand up. Let's see, like that. We have Fantavision for the PlayStation 2. We have Big Box Rayman for PlayStation 1, although unfortunately it's missing the book. And unfortunately this case sucks, so it kind of came apart. But it's still cool. Let's see, let's try to get that back together at least a bit. That's cool. We have Virtual Fighter 2, complete. Mortal Kombat 2, complete. And the best Sega Saturn game of them all, Pebble Beach Golf. Oh man. But they're all complete, so I grabbed them all. And that is really cool. Let's try to organize things in here nicely. Maybe I could free up a bit of space by putting things in this box. Or maybe in a little bit. Anyway. Let's see. Get that back on there. Cool, okay. So that was the end of the paper box. So yeah, there was a few more things in there from a few stores. Now let's move on to the last remaining bags. Now this one right here looks to be full of sports games. I mean, I know everyone's watching these videos just for the sports games. So we have WCW Nitro, and someone was nice enough to write it on top. So now, since I know I'm going to be playing this game like every day, I will be able to find it since there's no labels on top. Madden NFL 95, Chopper Attack, Pro Quarterback, and ESPN Sunday Night NFL. Now, I mean, I know I just kind of went on that sarcastic bit about how I'm probably not going to play too much of this game. I mean, I just have such a bad view on sports games. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know that there are good sports games out there, but at the same time, I mean, there's just so many bad ones that, I mean, I just have this really bad opinion on them. Plus, the way that they release another version of, like, the exact same thing every year, it just makes me not like sports games very much. So I'm sorry to those who do. Just ignore it. Anyway, moving on. One bag only had 3 things in it. This one has Mega Man Battle Network 5, complete in the box. I got this for a very nice price. Plus, I mean, everything's in there, and they're all in the original kind of plastic, too. It even came with promotional sort of battle chip for your Mega Man Battle Network PET. I point up there, even though it's not up there anymore. It was up there before I rearranged my room, so I guess it was just natural instinct to kind of do that. But overall, I did not have this one complete in the box, and I love the Battle Network series, so I was very happy to get it complete in the box. Okay. Moving on. I had this NES game before, but I only paid $2 for it. What do you call it? Palamedes. No idea. So I paid $2. Mine was in very bad shape. Plus this one came with the label. So I mean, for $2, getting a better one with the label, I think that's a decent price. And also, Tak 2, the Staff of Dreams for the GameCube. It looks like a cool game, and I picked it up. Let's see, another bag here. 3 more to go, including this one. I got some pretty decent GameCube games and stuff here. I went into this one store, and they actually had very nice prices. I picked up a few games that I'd kind of seen other places, and I wanted to pick them up, but they were a bit too much, so I picked them up here. Amazing Island. I remember I could have rented this game when I was a kid, but I didn't. I think I picked Sonic Adventure 1 over it. Yeah, man, remember when people used to rent games? I mean, how many years ago was that now? Now it's, I guess you just like GameFly it, or you just buy it on Steam when it's like on sale. No one rents anymore. Gotcha Force. I'm pretty sure this game's kind of rare, and I kind of have a backstory with this, where I could have had this game, and I've always kind of been sad that I didn't. People might know a show called Video Arcade Top 10. Now, what that show was, it was where you went on and you played a game, and if you were like the best in the game, you won the game that you played at the end. Now, I went on it a few times when I was a kid and it was still around. And I did win a few times. One of the best things I won Luigi's Mansion, which was really cool. Although they also gave out a game to people sitting in the audience, and my sister was given a game. She was in the audience, and she got Gotcha Force. And the funny thing is, my dad thought, I don't know, I guess he thought it didn't look like a very good game, or for whatever reason. So he went and traded some other kid who had won a game, and he traded this for Tarzan. And I mean, I'm pretty sure Tarzan is a lot less rare than Gotcha Force. So all these years later, I finally was able to get Gotcha Force, and I was very happy about that, because I mean, I think it's pretty rare. I mean, I think I checked on the internet once, people were trying to get like a bit for it, but I mean, I picked it up. I think I paid $10 for it, so I was pretty happy to find it for that. Then we have Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. I only paid $5 for that, because I mean, it's a Mario game, and I didn't have it. I've actually never really gotten into the Mario Golf game, so maybe I'll give that a shot. This one right here is actually just an empty case. So I got that for free. I'm always happy to pick up empty cases for free. And Battle Arena Toshinden. In an earlier pickup video, I got the second and third one, so here we go. Number 1. I was actually quite happy to pick that up. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, I could go on about a lot of stories about the past, about like Video Arcade Top 10 and stuff like that. I mean, that story's pretty butchered because I tried to make it really short. But yeah, so basically I could have had that game a long time ago, but my dad traded it for Tarzan. That's all you basically need to know about that story to understand it. Let's see, so 2 more bags to go. Let's leave the biggest one for last, why not? Let's pick up this one right here, and I believe this one has a whole bunch of PlayStation 2 games that I picked up for a decent price. Let's see, right here we have Crisis City. Now the really stupid thing about this game is look at the side. How are you supposed to know what game it is? I don't understand why they didn't bother putting the name on the side. It's like, let's save 3 cents of ink and not put the name on the side. No one will ever need to look at that. It's really silly. I can't understand why they would ever do that. Let's see, we have The Mark of Cry. Sly Cooper. I had an empty case for this, although I really wanted to try it, so I ended up finding it complete in the case. This one's actually the Player's Greatest Hits edition. My other one isn't, although I know there's a collection of it out, so I mean, if I really like it, maybe I'll go and pick up that. Dance Dance Revolution Extreme 2. Dance Dance Revolution Disney Channel Edition. I actually don't have very many Dance Dance Revolution games. I don't really play them, but maybe I'll give them a shot just for fun. World Tour. And Dr. Muto, or is it Muttu? Muto. Muto's probably right. I'm going to call it Muto just for fun. So there we go. That's 1 bag. And 1 more bag to go. This one is a bit bigger, I have to say. So this one will probably take a few minutes to get through. And there's quite a few interesting things in here. So let's see. I got this from a store called Gamers. Now, it's just called Gamers. Like, I think it was G-A-M-E-R. Can't remember if it was an S or a Z at the end. Now, I went to one of their stores, and it was very unwelcoming. I mean, the people there, they weren't very helpful. I mean, you'd ask to get something out of a case, and it'd be like 5 minutes before they finally came and helped you. So I got things out of one of the cases in the store, and there was another case all the way on the other side of the store I wanted something out of. So I'm like, okay, so now please come over to that one and get something out of that one for me too. So like, okay. So I walk over to the other case, and then somewhere along the way, this other guy goes off and does some other job or helps someone else. I'm like, that's not really that nice of service. And then overall, I mean, it was very weird. I mean, they wouldn't let you look at games very long. I mean, every time, like, you'd set it down, they'd instantly put it away in the cache. Like, it seemed like there was like a massive theft problem or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, and then I went to another one of their stores, and I got this, an empty Nintendo 64 controller box. I think I paid like $2 for that. It was a great deal. Here, NES game, Wally Bear and the No Gang, one of those unofficial ones. And another NES game, Cool World. Now, I don't know, the picture on the front of this one's a bit different than what you might expect for NES game. I mean, I don't know, I guess I'm just overthinking it, but I mean, it's I have no idea what kind of game that's supposed to be. I guess it looks like it might be based off a cartoon or something like that, but I have no idea. So anyway, moving on. Inside of this box, let's see what else we have. Push that back in there. We have an NES cleaner. Let's just see this for 1 second. Actually, wait, is there a piece missing? No, there's not. I don't know why I thought there was a piece missing. Anyway, an NES cleaner. I didn't have this one before. It's just a weird little bizarre, I don't know, extra thing. So I picked that up for a few bucks. I picked up a 3DO game. Now, this is actually interesting. I probably wouldn't have picked this up otherwise, but it said demo copy, not for resale, so I thought, man, it has to be kind of rare. I mean, I know there's not like a huge market out there for 3DO games. But anyway, even if it wasn't, it's probably still an interesting game. I don't know. I guess I'll give it a shot at some point. Maybe I'll do a random game of the day of that one. Let's see, what else do we have in here? Let's see. In here, I also bought this from that Gamer Source. This is the first one where I asked to see something in a case, and then the guy got lost along the way. Let's see, I picked up a Sega 4-player adapter, and it has like a turbo, no, it doesn't have a turbo switch. It has a switch for something on it. Either way, I picked up that, and it was only $195. So I mean, they did have a few good, decent prices. I haven't taken the sticker off because these stickers leave terrible marks, and they placed them right on top of like the Sega sticker that they put on the bottom. So it's really gonna suck trying to get that off. Also at Gamers, I bought the Game Genie for $3.95, and unfortunately they had to place it right over the Game Genie sticker, which really sucks. So I mean, it's probably gonna wreck that. I mean, Game Gear Game Genie is pretty cool. Plus, it comes with the mini code book, and I'm actually surprised it was so cheap. So yeah, I got that. I got Ark the Lad for $5. I don't know, I've always kind of wanted to try this game, so I picked it up. Should be interesting to give it a shot. I got the Genesis Game Genie book, 95 cents. And one of my favorite things I picked up on the entire trip, the NES Arkanoid controller. Now, I had the Famicom one, but I never had the NES one, and I've never seen it before. It's just so cool. Just so happy to find that. I mean, I love this thing. I can't wait to display it so nicely in my Nintendo cabinet. I just think that is so cool. Anyway, so I've got that. And, that's where that's been hiding. Okay. Anyway, one more bag before we get to that. So, this is really the last bag of things that people haven't seen before, although it's a good bag, I must say. Mega Man X3 for PlayStation 1. Oh, okay, which order should I say these in? Donkey Kong 2 Game & Watch. I paid $20 for this, although, I mean, for a Game & Watch, that's a pretty good price. It's in very nice shape, and I can add it to my Game & Watch collection, because I absolutely love Game & Watches. They're just so cool. And the last thing I got down here is the Japanese remake. It was exclusive to Japan, and that is the remake of River City Ransom for Game Boy Advance, and it even came with the special edition pre-order keychain kind of thing that you could only get if you pre-ordered it. So I mean, that has to be pretty hard to find. So I picked that up because I absolutely love River City Ransom. It's one of my favorite games ever made. And to have the Game Boy Advance version of it complete in the box with the pre-order bonus is absolutely awesome. I never would have expected to find that on the trip. And that was all from Level Up Games. I talked about this because this is also the bag that had my Japanese GameCube in it. And I'll show that again just in case some people didn't see it in the other video. Now, Level Up Games was really cool. The guy who ran it, really nice guy, really good prices. And if you're look it up on the computer, if you're ever near that store, really, you should check it out because it's absolutely awesome. Now, one last time, I'll go over the games I got for the Japanese GameCube. Just for people who may have missed it, that GameCube was Japanese. It came with all the accessories and stuff like that. And the games it came with were, they're actually in reverse order of what I said them last time. SSX Tricky. Mario Party 4, actually, no, they're not in the exact same order, my bad. Super Mario Sunshine. Super Smash Bros. DX, also known as Super Smash Bros. Melee. This is the one I had trouble saying last time. I mean, I just choke whenever I need to say a Japanese name. Like any kind of name, I just suck at it when I'm on camera. Kyojin no Doshin. No Doshin. Battle Hyoshin. And someone actually pointed out that this game was localized, although darn it if I'd remember, I wish I remembered what game they said it was. It was a game I'd never played before. Maybe I'll put it in the annotation or something like that. Which one they said it was. Viewful Joe. Super Monkey Ball 2, a game I absolutely love. Star Fox Adventures, another game I really like, and it's very underrated just because it's not a typical Star Fox game. Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, my very favorite Legend of Zelda game of all time. Pikmin 1 and Pikmin 2. Yeah, I mean, GameCube had a lot of my favorite games. Sunshine's my favorite 3D Mario game, despite the fact that a lot of people don't like it for whatever reason. And Metroid Prime. So, I mean, that was my big GameCube jackpot that I hit. And I believe that's all that is in this bag. And that is everything. Unless I'm missing something. That is absolutely everything that I picked up on my vacation. Oh, that was a lot of talking. Oh, man. That's like almost 2 hours. Wow. Well, I really hope that everyone enjoyed these videos, seeing what I picked up. I've never picked up this much stuff on a vacation before, let me tell you. So I really hope everyone enjoyed all these videos. If you have any questions, feel free to leave comments. And now I have a lot of putting away to do. I have a lot of games to put away. And I don't know where everything's going to go. I mean, I just spent so much time organizing these shelves so nicely, and now I have new boxes and stuff to put on them. It's going to be a lot of work. So yeah, I'm going to definitely do a whole collection video after everything is sorted out, and everything looks really nice, and everything is put away. And yeah, I really hope that everyone's going to enjoy that. But anyways, massive voice cracking there. I think it's time for me to go to bed. It's, see, what time is it? It is 1:15 a.m. So yeah, I should be getting some sleep. But anyway, thanks for watching this. I hope everyone enjoyed. And yeah, so I'll see you next time with something different. So thanks, and see you later.